Okay, as we enter a whole new day in trade, let's take a look at how the US markets panned out Tuesday night, as well as how Asia is performing this morning. Now, stocks fell yesterday on all three exchanges of America, the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P. So they actually snapped a 4-day winning streak finally. The Dow was down 0.6% or 157 points. The S&P 500 declined 0.6%. The Nasdaq also declined, but the least at 0.1% down. So in that sense, the Nasdaq definitely was the relative outperformer, if you want to call it that. Then looking at how futures are trending this morning, Dow Futures are up a meager 13 points, so barely any improvement. However, your S&P futures are up around 0.14%, and then again the Nasdaq here, even on the futures front, outperforming, with futures gaining 0.38%. So let's remember the Nasdaq is pretty much nearing its lifetime high. It's above 12,000. Tech stocks have been doing very well. They took a bit of a breather last night. But as corporate earnings are now upon us, and typically we're going to see companies like Apple, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, all these companies we're going to see grow their earnings quite decently this quarter as per what brokerages indicate. So let's see, that might provide the market with some much needed steam to continue this rally, as well as of course the stimulus that's highly awaited now. Asia this morning is a bit lower. The Nikkei is down 0.2% in trade, the Topix is down 0.4% in trade, the Kospi is down 0.24% in trade, and the S&P ASX 200 was pretty much flat in Australia, so you're not seeing too much movement over there. So Asia is a bit mixed this morning, but again, even over here, stocks looking for steam for the next leg of the rally. Then two commodities that we always check on, we have oil and gold. Brent crude futures were up 72 cents or 1.7% to $42.44 per barrel. So that's a fairly okay price, above $40. WTI settled 77 cents or 1.95% higher at $40.20 per barrel. So in that sense, both benchmarks above 40 is a good sign for oil outlook. Monday, let's remember, which is actually day before yesterday, both these benchmarks have taken 3% falls. So that's just something to keep an eye out for. There's been a recovery. Then coming to the next commodity and precious metal, gold, that's been acting as a safe haven in all this volatility among equity markets. We're seeing quite a slide off in gold. The peak of gold prices were $2,070 per ounce. At that time, everyone was very bullish, saying that gold prices are going to continue to surge. Since then, we firmly retraced. Yesterday, again, we fell below that $1,900 critical support, 1.7% down for spot at $1,890 per ounce, and then gold futures 1.8% down at $1,893 per ounce. So again, below 1,900. It'll be interesting to see how these precious metals react with movement in the dollar index and the next round of stimulus.